It's no secret that dogs make amazing pets and companion animals. After all, people make sure to care for them and love them, which makes the dog a loyal friend that is devoted to its owner. In fact, people love their pets so much that they'll even risk their own safety to save them from danger. And today, I will tell you a story of incredible loyalty and self-sacrifice. A Malaysian woman, whom we'll call Alice, lived in a house with two children who begged their mother for a pet dog endlessly. The woman wasn't against the idea of having a pet, but she knew they would come with additional expenses and responsibilities. And thus she had to carefully consider all the pros and cons, but kids are kids, and I think we all know that when they set their mind on something, there's no getting out of it. Thus, after several months of the kids' persistent persuasion, Alice did set aside one day to go looking for a four-legged friend for their family. She decided to visit some animal shelters which had a huge variety of representatives of the animal species. The workers offered Alice dogs of various noble breeds and sizes, but on that day, the attention of her children was caught by a small dog which looked at them with devoted eyes and immediately conquered their little hearts. The woman agreed to take the dog without any hesitation. They named him Chico, and he soon became the kids' best friend as well as secured a special place in Alice's heart. However, the love they had for Chico was nothing compared to what the family would feel for the dog after something he would soon do. It was one of the most ordinary days. The woman and her children were in their house and nothing bode ill on that beautiful morning. The kids were running merrily around the house and playing with Chico, who tried to imitate them as best he could. While Alice was busy with doing some housework, overall it was a good start to a new day, but that was exactly until the moment when the kids started screaming in the kitchen. The woman rushed to see what was causing the kids to panic, but after she took a few steps, she froze with fear. By that time, an uninvited guest had already taken over the kitchen. The thing was that a venomous snake had crawled into the family house. It was over a meter long, and at that moment, the woman didn't even suspect how dangerous it could be. The situation was aggravated by the fact that the kids were very close to the dangerous intruder. The kids' lives were at stake. And at that very moment, the shaggy savior came to their rescue. Little Chico, who has been busy with his very important dog affairs for the past 5 minutes, flew into the kitchen like a rocket, and without even thinking for a second attacked the crawling guest, fearlessly going into battle with it. Torn between the desire to protect her children from the dangerous reptile and the thought that her dog could die from the bite of the venomous snake, the woman simply didn't know what to do. But in fact, she didn't need to do anything because the loyal dog had already made his decision on an instinctive level. Chico knew perfectly well what he needed to do, and that was to protect the people he was responsible for. Thus, for the next several minutes, the woman watched her dog desperately trying to overcome the snake, attacking the reptile over and over again, even after getting repeatedly bitten by it. Only the dog's loud whining was proof that the little defender was taking on lethal doses of venom. The woman even tried to drive Chico away from the snake, but the dog fought heroically until the reptile stopped showing signs of life. Only then, whining in pain, did he go out into the yard and try to lick the wounds that he got in the fight. The expression in the pet's eyes made it obvious that those weren't just harmless snake bites, and yet Chico still watched the offender, wanting to make sure that it didn't move again. The loyal dog slowly walked over to the porch and laid down, soon to take his last breath. All the family could do was watch how Chico, breathing heavily, looked them directly in the eyes, as if saying that he had fulfilled his mission on Earth. And if he had to, he would have done the same thing again and again. Chico had no regrets. The exhausted dog then collapsed, never to open his eyes again. The vets arrived shortly thereafter, and all they were able to do was confirm that Chico had died, having fulfilled his honorable mission of protecting his family. Later in the evening, the woman shared these words: "Today has been a tragic day for our entire family, as we have lost our beloved dog." Many people think that it's not worth adopting a stupid and useless mongrel from a shelter, but Chico saved us by heroically defeating a deadly snake which could have bitten my children and me, and our hero did not hesitate for a second before doing it. The woman. Chico was buried in the backyard of his house. The sign promised that he would never be forgotten. We often hear that simple mongrel cannot be useful or loved, and even more so if they ended up in a shelter. However, what the ordinary breathless dog Chico did once again proves the fact that any dog is a man's best friend. We should all remember that by giving an animal a chance to live a decent life, we will get a loyal friend who's willing to protect us. and they're certain to be better than most humans. Friends, please take care of yourself and your pets. And don't forget to let us know in the comments how you feel about mangroves. If you like this animal story, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.